think it's been like inadvertently connecting to the Bluetooth whenever I try to turn on my headphones.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're live now.
Cool. Hello, everybody.
Hello, cruel world. Crap.
That's how you want to start a stream.
How I want to start a drawing stream. Yeah. So like I had done this. I laid this all out, but
yeah,
I put it on the floor because I was working on this other page, and my chair ran over the corner of it. I don't know if you can see that there now. You see it?
Yeah, I got a little dimple in there.
It's got a good crease now.
Mm-hmm.
It's got texture. That's what we call in the art world texture.
It's gonna be visceral. You can feel that painting now.
Yes. That's always what we called it when we accidentally like wrinkled our drawing page or something. We would just say it's texture.
Yeah.
All right, so now I
have a
grab another page. Rule that out again.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I got to do a little sketch of what I want to draw for this one.
Cool. Did you finish last night's?
I did. I was going to work on it today, but I was like, no, there's already like 5 sketches I got to do, and I don't want to fall too far behind. That's what it looks like. I don't know if that's blurry or not, but...
No, that looks great. That's awesome. I like it a lot.
I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah.
Cool beans. Where did I leave my ruler? I own like 4 different types of rulers, and now I can't find them.
Mm-hmm. That's why you should own 5.
That's why I need to go buy at least 2 more, so I can at least lose 2 more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lose the whole set.
That's right. That's how the pros do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was eating late breakfast, late lunch, so I didn't get the stream put together on time.
Yeah,
like I normally do ahead of time.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I did not like announce it or anything anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Less pressure. There's no viewers, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right. This is going to be our best live stream ever. And no one will know.
So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't dropped out on me. You're not roboting yet.
Not yet. Give me a minute.
If you're new to the stream, you don't know that Justin does a good impression of a robot every once in a while.
Yeah. The best.
And also, he's a magician and will disappear on us from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Not even he knows when he's going to disappear on us. He's just that good.
I'm too dang good, bro. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you expect. I'm the best.
Uh-oh, starting a robot again.
I'm auditioning for Transformers, so I've been working on my impressions.
Good job.
That's why I'm robot.
For Cybertron.
Yeah. Till all are one.
Till all are one.
You got the touch.
Okay. Where is my lapis? For those of you that don't know Spanish, lapis, it means pencil in Espanol.
For those of you who don't know Spanish, neither do I.
I am like you. Okay. I've got some brushes that I haven't opened up yet to try out, and
Mhm.
I like this guy right here.
Hmm.
And
What kind of brush is that?
that is a Kuretake brush with reloadable nibs there, or reloadable cartridges.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might use this today. I might crack that one open.
Okay. Yeah.
I've had it for almost a year. I just haven't gotten around to it. I've also got this one that I only like played with it once. This is a Kuretake as well. This is called a Clean Color Real Brush.
Okay.
And this has, look at the size of that brush point. I don't know if
Wow.
you can see that.
Not yet.
There you go.
Almost.
There you go. But yeah, that is a tiny little brush point. Good for details.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
That looks nice. Yeah. You get it from Jet Pens?
Yep. Jetpens.com. And here is just a nib pen here. Also Kuretake. I really like the Kuretake brand. They have really good products. Kuretake, if you're watching and you'd like to supply me with products to try out for you, I definitely will. Or if you just want to pay me money for endorsing your products, I will accept that as well.
Free.
For Cybertron.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. I saw that they have a new cartoon out on Netflix.
Yeah. I've heard that one's actually pretty good.
Don't remember what it's called.
I think it's called Cybertron or something like that. Cybertron War.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks interesting.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Ron Perlman's going to be the voice of Optimus Primal?
No, I did not. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the next movie they make, the live action movie they make, is going to be Beast Wars.
Really?
Yeah. So
that should be fun. It should be.
Yeah, they should all be fun.
But we'll see what Hollywood does to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beast Wars is one of my favorite shows, like Transformer shows.
Yeah. That was an ambitious show. It was well done for the time and the animation it was. The computer animation.
Yeah, they weren't. There wasn't a whole lot of shows trying to do that, other than that one, and Reboot was another one.
Yeah, I didn't like Reboot though. That one was too boring for me.
Yeah. No, yeah, it didn't keep my interest.
Yeah.
But like towards the end there, it seemed like it was getting interesting.
Really?
Like I'd like to watch it now as an adult just to check it out. Because maybe I'd appreciate it better now.
Yeah.
Than I did back then. But I don't know. Maybe. At the time.
I think what the issue was is that, like, so for Beast Wars, the animation that was kind of blocky or kind of stiff kind of worked because they were robots.
Right.
For Reboot, it didn't catch my attention because they looked too stiff for being humanoid whatevers. Right. Programs or whatever they're supposed to be. I guess it was like Tron is the idea.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Because I think they did have terms like users and they weren't referring to them using drugs or anything like that. It was like
as far as we know.
Controllers maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't watched that show. I don't know that it's not about drugs.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
Very, very well could be about drugs, and that's why that was a weird looking show. But what is? It is what it is. Don't knock it till you try it, right?
Yeah, that's good advice for kids. I mean, don't outright say no to drugs. Give it a shot first.
Right. Right. Make an informed decision based on your experience with it.
That's right. Don't be a sheep. Don't let people tell you what to do.
No need to learn from other people's mistakes.
Mm-mm.
You learn from your own mistakes.
Like a man.
Like a real man. Like a man's man.
Mm.
Like a man who would stick his hand in a bonfire just because he needed to know for himself.
Do your own
Do you remember the
research.
first time you burned your hand?
No, I don't, because I kept doing it. So
Like, which time are you talking about?
I burnt my hands a lot. I never remembered. Otherwise, I would have stopped burning my hands so much.
All right. We're squared away.
Is it showtime?
It is showtime.
Hmm.
All right. So for Amanda, I'm going to draw a fairy
Okay.
of some kind.
Some kind of boat, some kind of vessel.
Every time I say the word fairy, I think of was it King of the Hill when Bobby wants to play soccer or something like that,
Oh yeah.
and they make some kind of reference to like, no kid of mine is gonna be some grass fairy.
Yeah, I think that sounds like something Cotton would say.
Yeah, that commission that you finished, dude. You need to scan that in and post it up on
Yeah.
Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah. Eventually I will. Probably tonight. I just finished it like an hour ago.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. We went out shopping for groceries and came back, and I was like, I got a little bit of time. I guess I can finish that up real quick and move on to the next sketch today.
Yeah.
But I'm actually pretty happy with the way that came out. I've never really drawn a dragon before successfully, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Thanks.
I really like that the knight, the armor.
Yeah.
Can't remember the last time I drew a fairy.
You think you've ever drawn one?
I might have, but if I did, it was very long ago.
Oh, 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 oh,
Oh, oh, oh,
oh, ooh.
From fake laughing to just devolving into some kind of weird uppity moans and groans there.
Some kind of foppish laugh, yeah.
Ew. Okay. Good times.
This is the stuff you don't really get to do with people that you draw with here, because they don't know how weird you can be.
That's the dangers of streaming.
Yeah.
You get comfortable and you don't see anybody else in the room with you, so you're like, I'm gonna be me.
Like an idiot. You assume it will be fine.
Like an ignorant idiot. Naive. Just be you. That's what people want to see. No, it's not.
I don't think they know that.
They don't know what they want. They say they want it, but they don't want it. Not when they see it. I see him.
I see him. 9, he is mine.
Man.
That's the one thing that John would say, like in the game. Like, he was always saying it.
Besides yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would say something else. I just don't remember what that was. What his little catchphrase was in the game. You're right, he would say yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah. I don't remember.
I feel like he had like another catchphrase in the game that he would yell out.
Yeah. I'm sure he did. It's been like 20 years since I've played that game. I don't remember it. It's funny how like little soundbite chunks stay with you from old games like that. Like, what was it, X-Men Clone Wars on the Sega Genesis?
Yeah.
Like every time I think of that game, I always think of that song they play whenever you're trying to escape Master Mold's lair. And it's just
That's awesome.
yeah. And then whenever you hit a villain, it goes oh. Oh.
That's spot on. That weird 8-bit moan groan.
Like, how are you even recording sound with that kind of technology? You just had to create like little digital error noises and then hope that sounded like a voice.
Doesn't give this very long hair, but
You
for
give
some
it a
reason,
yeah.
a pixie cut, yeah, is kind of what I was starting to think about. It's like, should I do that instead?
So I was gonna say that's why they call it a pixie cut.
I'm drawing a fairy, not a pixie.
I know it's
What's
racist, but I can't tell them apart.
Oh my gosh, you're saying they all look alike.
Yeah, they're gonna cancel me for that, but I don't care. They're not real. Hashtag pixies aren't fairies. So I told you I was going through some old comic books
Yeah.
the past couple of days. I found a copy that I had bought. I think I bought it quite a few years after you bought it, but I had seen it and I was like, oh, I want that. Because I think you may have taken it with you. I couldn't find it in the comic books you left here, but it was the Travis Charest Golden Age X-Men Wildcats crossover.
Oh yeah, I love that book.
Yeah. That is a masterful book. Every page.
Do I have it here?
I don't know if you have it here or that there.
I don't think I have it here in Oklahoma. I thought I left it in Texas. There's
Did
lots
you?
of books lots of books I don't have here.
Yeah. Well, maybe you did leave it here. It's just not. Well, I didn't find it. I guess
Right.
maybe I just didn't look hard enough for it. I'll just steal all the books you got here.
Yeah, I'll just buy it again. It's easier.
I mean, whatever. It's a good book. I don't mind. I don't mind buying it for a copy of my own.
Yeah.
Maybe for this commission, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the monster somewhere in here off camera, and he's going to have to find him. I'll just do a Where's Waldo sketch for him. Yeah.
Which commission are you working on right now?
I'm working on the Mulrooney monster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought that one would be pretty fun to do, and just make some um, Mike Mignola-esque drawings here, because that's the dream, just to make some Mike Mignola stuff. Give it some cool architecture and just have a haunting image of a monster lurking about.
That is the dream.
So we were talking also yesterday about artists that are very popular, but we just can't quite get into ourselves.
Yeah.
Howard Chaykin is one of those artists for me. He's another
yes.
one. Yeah.
But to be fair, I never liked his artwork. Like from the get go. Like I wasn't one of those people who's like, oh yeah, he's an industry great, so yeah, I like him. But no, I never did.
Yeah, I don't understand. I never understood that myself, and he draws so not seriously. I don't know what it is. Like it's hard to look at his work and be like, that's whatever it is he's drawing. Like I know he loves to draw the shadow, and for me, his style does not fit the shadow.
He likes to draw the shadow?
Yeah, like that's his favorite character.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Makes sense. Covers up his face.
Yeah.
Oh snap! Did I just go there? Yeah, I did.
Oh my god.
No, yeah, I remember reading Captain America, and Steve Epting was on the book, and Steve Epting took a day off or something. Or Jake and Drew. And I was like, what the?
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. Especially when you go from Steve Epting to that. It's like, what?
I think he did that also with like a Lionel Yu run. Like he stepped in for Lionel Yu on Avengers, and that was also really hard to watch.
I think it's one of those things where he's a steady artist. Maybe he makes his deadlines. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care how it looks. I'm hitting my deadlines. The editors are like, I don't care how it looks. We need somebody who can hit their deadlines.
Yeah, I guess. And he's a notable name for some reason. Do you know what he did back in the day whenever he first started that made him so popular?
I don't. Do you?
I don't. No.
No. Okay. No. Yeah. I don't.
I think he just showed up for me, and I was like, why? Do you know if he inks his own stuff?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Because across all of the work that I've seen of his, it all pretty much looks the same with inks. Like it looks kind of like he's got like a real shaky hand with inking, and like none of his lines are consistent, and it just looks weird to me. And maybe that's like an acquired taste as well as his art, but like
it could be.
Yeah.
It's like me with John Maginger. Like I respect the guy.
Yeah.
I'm just not into his artwork, but I know there's lots of people who are.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that. That's cool. And it's just not my cup of tea.
Right. So, I can get behind that.
Right. And so maybe it's the same with Howard Chaykin. Maybe it's not for us. Like we don't get it.
Yeah.
If you do, more power to you.
Good for you. I'm glad you found something that makes you happy. Yeah.
But no, definitely Howard Chaykin's one of those guys that if I was an up and coming artist, like I'd be like, I'd see his artwork and I'd be like, yeah, I can do this.
He's very inspirational, is what we're trying to say.
Yes. Like, you know what? I got a shot.
Yeah.
What about artists that aren't? Mm, how do I put it? That aren't in the limelight. Like, for example, Howard Chaykin, who have like a big name. Maybe they have a smaller name,
Yeah.
and you think they probably deserve more praise, more accolades than they get.
Michael Lark, Butch Geis. I don't know why those guys don't get more work.
Butch Geis is busy. I mean, what are you talking about? He's
Yeah, I mean he's busy, but like not with like bigger projects like I think he should be. You know,
yeah, yeah.
like I
Maybe
loved
he's
his work on Winter Soldier and Daredevil and stuff. I just like to see more of that kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah. I agree with like Michael Lark. I think his run on Gotham Central
Yeah,
was some of the best stuff he did, and honestly, his run on Daredevil I think tops that.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, he's another pretty good artist. Another one I'll throw in there is and he is well known. He's just not. I think artists who look at other artists, well,
Hmm.
let me put it this way: amateur artists like us would
Sure.
look at this artist and not really appreciate his work. Is David Asia,
Yeah, that's true.
because he's one of
Um,
those that's kind of like Mike Mignola in that he has a
exactly.
simplified style.
Yeah, it looks easy, but
It's not.
extremely, extremely difficult to pull off. It's all about how informed you are about those simple lines you're putting down. How did you feel about George Perez?
Um, he's probably I would put him in the realm of like a Ron Lim.
Okay.
Like I didn't think he was like the best
Hmm.
out there, but I feel the same with like John Burns, another one who
Okay.
has a big name,
Yeah.
but I don't think that there's anything dynamic or particularly like really special. But I think they're kind of like that Ron Lim type of artist who they can draw anybody.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I would agree with that with John Byrne. He's I feel like he's a little bit more I don't know, maybe dynamic than Ron Lim, John Byrne is.
Yeah,
Um but yeah, I can see that. They can kind of draw anybody and it looks good. They can get away with that.
what do you think
George
about Perez?
Perez, I think I want to like George Perez more than I do, um, because I respect how much work he's done and that he can do so much, so many superheroes and he can draw anybody and he's he's good at it. Uh, but there's something about the way he draws faces, uh, especially female faces, um, and it just bugs me. Like it, there's little things that like little extra lines that he'll add or just the shape of a face and I bump into it and there's just little things like that like prevent me from being a big George Perez fan.
Yeah, I really can't say too much about his work because he's not one of those artists that I looked a lot at, so
Yeah.
I don't know too much about it.
I talked about this in a video before, but you can definitely have like a whole lot of respect for somebody and the things that they've done, but not necessarily be a fan of their work for yourself.
Right.
Um, I mean, do you think that Jack Kirby would get work today?
It's a tough one.
If no one had ever heard of Jack Kirby before, he was just starting off, but he had the style he does now.
I think he would.
You think so?
I think he would, because I've seen lots of artists who are so weak in their fundamentals break into the industry.
Yeah.
And Jack Kirby at least had that. Yeah, his anatomy looked a little funny, but it was exciting, I guess. A lot like Rob Liefeld. Like Rob Liefeld's work, like he was still having to work through some of the fundamental stuff when he was starting off, but his work was so dynamic that it kind of compensated for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like Jack Kirby would have been the same way. Where it's a little different. Not the mainstream look, definitely.
Right.
But like the guy definitely knows what he's doing.
Sure.
What do you think?
I think so, but I don't think he'd get a whole lot of work, to be honest, because there's like a very specific style I think that Marvel goes for sometimes, or that DC goes for sometimes. I feel like they'd stick him on a YA book or something.
Yeah.
And I don't think he would get the big titles, or at least not like the main big titles. He wouldn't get Superman. He'd get Superman and Crypto or something like that. They'd give him something kind of not worthy of his time, but only because he doesn't have the mainstream style that they look for.
Yeah. How's that hairstyle look?
Oh. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of pixie-ish.
Little Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who were some of your favorites when you were younger that you've kind of learned to live without? Just kind of like, I don't need to follow that person.
That's a good question.
Or maybe a better way to say it is they excited you when you were younger, but not so much now. Like
now that I'm older.
Yeah, not that you just like toss them aside, because like, there's artists that I respected a lot, or like got really excited to look at their artwork when I was younger, but seeing the work now, it's like, yeah, it's okay. Like it's good. Like,
it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll allow it.
You know what? Mike Miller. Yeah, he did a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. Again, going through my comic books yesterday, I was like, yeah, because I was looking for Transformer G.I. Joe comics. I was like, I had one that Mike Miller did, but like Mike S. Miller. I was like, I remember liking that a lot. But like the more I remembered it, I was like, I liked the colors on it. The colorist did a really good job on that, because it was a shiny book. Like it was like it had like very vibrant colors, and it was 2002, 2003. So they were still using like the digital, like the brand new digital stuff. So they weren't really into subtlety.
Colors were popping back then.
Yeah. So I found that book, and it was still fine. It was still a solid book with the art, but yeah, I mean, I think he was. I think that was better work than he did. Later on with, like, I've seen some of his Lone Star drawings and his what was it, Injustice, and that stuff's not so much for me.
Yeah.
But I liked his work on that little crossover. Um, and I think we talked about Stephen Platt yesterday, but I would say that's another one that, like, man, that's some really great work that he's doing. But now that I'm older, I'm like, I mean, it was still very detailed. No one can ever take that away from him, but it looks like the character has been popped in the microwave for a while. He's all blistered and bulgy.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, that would be it. What about you?
For me, the two guys come to mind are like Brett Booth,
Okay.
who like are absolutely, and you know this because I collected like every backlash issue I could find.
Yeah.
And I like copied his style so much. Like he's one of those I absolutely loved. But like now that I'm older, it's like I see his work, and it's like, yeah, like his pencil work's still beautiful.
Sure.
But after a while, like it all starts to look the same.
Yeah.
And another person is J. Scott Campbell.
Yeah. Okay. I get that.
Yeah, like I love his work. Again, like groundbreaking stuff early in his career, but like now it's like I see it, and like it seems like all he's doing is covers now. Like I don't think he's actually working on the sequentials.
Yeah, he doesn't do interiors anymore.
And so like a lot of those covers and just like splash page type artwork, it all starts to look the same after a while.
Yeah, I get that. It's kind of a shame to lose artists like that to covers when they were so good at interiors, but I get it.
Yeah.
Like Lino Yu, I think, finally stopped doing interiors.
Did he really?
I think he said, yeah, he's not, like, in the foreseeable future, he's not going to be doing any more interiors. Which I'm kind of happy that I have like his last work, which was an X-Men, but yeah, now he's just doing covers. Hopefully something catches his eye and he's interested in doing, even if it's like creator owned or something. I don't care. I just want to see more of his work.
Right.
We were talking about artists that you find an early work of theirs, like Steve Epting, and they weren't who they are now, and
right.
It's nice to see that. I was that way with Lino Yu. He did what was it, Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
Which it wasn't that long ago like when I had heard of Lino Yu and I wanted to look into him, but some of that work is, it's not polished. It's not there yet. It's not like I could draw that, but still, he's not Lino Yu yet, and it's always encouraging to say, like, well, all he did really was just keep going. He just kept practicing. Stuff like that is immensely inspiring to me. Like whenever I get down and I'm like, I'm just not getting any better, and I don't know that I'll ever have the time to get better, and even if I did have the time, who's to say I would get better? And then I'll look at like old stuff like that of his or some other artist that I really admire, and I'm like, maybe I can get better. They got better. Maybe I can get better.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when who was Dave Finch first started, like his work looked a lot like a copycat of Mark Silvestri's.
Yeah.
Same way with Michael Turner.
Mm-hmm.
And it took some time before Dave Finch became Dave Finch and Michael Turner became Michael Turner.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing Michael Turner stuff, and it was, for me, indistinguishable between him and early Silvestri stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're right. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Copy your heroes. That's how you get better.
yeah.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Okay. Put this away. Man, I just put in all this detail with my pencil, and I'm like, yeah, that looks good. And now I've got to ink it. I can do it all again. Okay. That's fine.
Yep. That's how it goes. Well, it's
That's
like
what I get.
kind of like here
Mm-hmm.
on her, like I have her hand resting on her left leg here.
Yeah.
But I had to draw through it all so I could make sure that it was all looking good
Mm-hmm.
and proportionate. But now I got to go in and erase all that.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to do to make sure the forms are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Draw through it all.
It's all about the follow through.
Yep. Make sure it's all landing where it's supposed to land and nothing looks funky.
So, do you remember when you decided you wanted to start drawing, and you wanted to kind of pursue that more seriously than just a passing hobby?
Probably when I was 13 and I read that Rob Liefeld article in Wizard Magazine. Like,
Yeah.
it never crossed my mind for it to just be a hobby when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to work in the comic book business. I wasn't like, I want to do this for fun. But what I really want to do is be a tax attorney or,
I never thought about drawing and associated it with fun. Yeah. Now I get it. Dude, this sucks. I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Let me look up what fairy wings look like. Also, fairy clothes, so she's not very naked.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's good. Hmm.
How about an artist whose artwork you see and it makes you smile like all over again, like you did when you were a kid? Like you're just happy to see something for that person.
uh, Probably Silvestri.
Oh, I was gonna say Sylvester too.
Right? He's still
Yeah.
really good.
And also, he's not like one of those artists that just slams you with posts all the time.
Yeah,
Like he rarely posts, and so when he does,
it's something special.
yeah. You know whose artwork's impressed me here lately is Dan Panosian.
Dan Panosian. I don't know him. At least not off the top of my head.
I'm trying to remember what he did, but I know he did some work in the past for Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look him up real quick. Like,
Dan Panosian. It sounds familiar, but yeah, don't know his work.
he's a little cartoony-ish with his artwork,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying to think of who I would compare him to. Wait a second here. Okay, I guess he drew U.S. Agent back in the day.
Really?
Yeah,
Like in the 80s and 90s?
yeah.
Okay.
And I guess he worked on Prophet. Maybe as an
Hmm.
inker. I don't know if he did it as a penciler.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's like X Factor that he didn't cover.
Let me see.
You can see that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
X Factor forever. Yeah, his work's pretty awesome here lately. He's doing this. It looks like a western. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's kind of why I like it even more because right now I'm into westerns.
Mm-hmm.
But so look, yeah, I guess the page is not going to blow up for me, but you can see that.
Wow, that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that detail, the line work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Did you retweet that on Twitter or something?
yeah. I think I did.
Because that's really good work. Because I love he's kind of separating the dark, making it work. He's kind of studying that age, but I didn't even pay attention to who the artist was.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's good stuff.
All right, back to fairy clothes and wings.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Like one of the options on Google at the top, like I put in fairy clothes. At the top says male. That's the first section. The second one is real, like real fairy clothes, unlike those fake ones.
Yeah.
It's imaginary fairy clothes, but the real ones. So what real fairies wear?
That's right.
Do you want to do something like Tinkerbell, but not too Tinkerbellish?
Right.
I want to do something a little more unique than that. Also, should it be like a dark fairy or just a fairy?
Dark Fairy would probably be more,
That's more what she,
in my opinion. I think
that's
dark.
that's what she wants, right?
Yeah, I think so. She said something like a dark
And
fantasy painting kind of a thing.
yeah, dark fantasy. Like I don't know that I should do a Google search for dark fantasy.
Probably not. I can almost guarantee you're gonna regret that decision. Got any favorite fantasy movies?
I don't know. I was never really into fantasy all that much. How about you? You got any that come to mind?
Yeah. I would say the closest would be like Conan, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I mean that's really the only one I could think of. There's also I don't know if you've ever seen it, Kroll.
Crow. Don't know. What's that one about?
It's your basic adventure quests. Like they go out to save a princess, and you got your different creatures that kind of join in on the fight. Like I think Liam Neeson's in it. He plays a Cyclops or something. And there's this like a cool blade,
Huh.
and it's kind of like a three-pronged blade or something like that, kind of like this. And see that, but he like throws it like a boomerang or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so long ago that I saw it, so I really couldn't tell you too much about it. But I remember that one was popular during that time.
Yeah.
How about you? I mean, other than Conan.
Yeah. Um, that's really about it. I never like I said, like that's like you said. Like, I never get too much into fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could argue Star Wars is kind of fantasy, but
Yeah, in a way, it's like a sci-fi fantasy.
yeah, yeah, like a sci-fi Western fantasy.
Of course, there's Lord of the Rings too. It's another fantasy.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of awesome. Yes, I didn't really think about that. Hmm. Can't say I was a huge fan of it though.
Yeah.
That. Did you ever read the books?
No, I never did. Did you?
No, I started reading some of them because you got me a collection for Christmas one year.
Yeah.
I started reading it and I was like, no, because I made the mistake of starting with The Hobbit. And I don't think The Hobbit was probably the strongest one. It goes into so much the different elves that are in that adventure.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a face to put to them. I think I was too young for it at the time. I was just like, I don't have the attention span. So, quite stupid. Probably bad. But I saw a movie. I know how it ends, so it's too late.
There you go. That's the spirit. Who needs books? You just wait for the movie.
That's right.
All right. All right, so I'm going to open up my new Kuretake brush, and we're going to see how this guy works.
Right.
If this commission gets ruined, it's because of the brush, not because of me. So.
That's right. It's the company.
Yeah. All right. Breaking out the reloadable Kuretake brush. Sweet. It's got a nice tip on it. And we lost Justin. It's all right. So I'm going to take the tip off. Oh, look who decided to join us.
Yep.
Oh, these cartridges
Decided to disappear for a second to get a drink.
Hey, these cartridges are different than the Pentel pocket brush. I don't think I'll be able to refill these. I was hoping I could refill it. But I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like a little silver BB in there on the tip.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you put pressure on that, and that's what lets the ink flow, I would imagine. So that is different.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
I mean, you can still use the Pentel ones, though, right? It's the same size.
That I'm not sure, but I think the cartridges are different. I was hoping I could reload these like I can with the Pentel.
Oh, just reload those.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm afraid to pop this in because I don't want to leak all over this drawing.
Yeah.
All right, let me get that out of the way. Let's figure this guy out. Now, if only I could read Japanese. Because, I don't know if you can tell, but like all these instructions are
Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese.
Hmm. What if you set it in there and then screw on the top? That's what I do with my Pentel. I'm wondering if that's kind of how these work too.
All right. Let's find out.
Yeah.
I don't think so because it's like falling all the way down here. You hear it? You hear it?
Okay,
That's
never
the paint
mind.
can.
Yeah. No, you got to shake it. It's like a paint can. Got to get all the ink out.
Don't put it up. Just
Like 3 gallons of ink in there somehow.
what have you done?
Does it look like there's something to push the?
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
You just gotta murder it. Just stab it in there.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And yeah, there we go. Lick the tip like I like to do. I don't know why I do that with my brushes, but
You licked it.
probably, I probably shouldn't.
No, one day you're gonna forget that it's got ink on there.
Even when it has ink, it's just an old habit of mine. I just take
Really?
the brush. Yeah, I don't know when it started. I just like if it's frayed at the tip, I just give it a quick lick and then I just shape it, and it's just I don't know why I do that.
Did you do that in college?
No, because I never worked with ink in college. I worked with like cadmium paints that I shouldn't be putting in my mouth.
That's why I'm asking. I'm really hoping you didn't do that in college.
I did not. I would put like the back of the brush between my teeth.
Yeah.
I just hold it just like that.
Yeah, like a rose and a Spaniard.
Know what I mean, kid? Yeah. Comics will break your heart.
Mm-hmm. Not wrong.
But yeah. Good stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. That brush is loading up all by its lonesome.
Yeah. Those gravity loaders.
It's beautiful. Kuditake. All right. Now I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to push these pencils back. Push them back, way back.
Isn't today the first football game of the season or the preseason?
No, that was last week.
Oh,
I think. Yeah.
Good.
I think it was last week.
I'm close.
It already happened. It was the Dallas Cowboys against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was the Hall of Fame game.
Oh, okay.
In Canton, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, we're supposed to be talking about nerd stuff, not jock stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're probably one of the few nerds that actually enjoy football because we're from Texas.
Yeah. Even the nerds like football in Texas.
Yes. Everybody in Texas likes football. Even the nerds.
It's the stats.
Yeah. We play fantasy football.
I had told you that our campaign got looked at by Jimmy Reyes a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And while they were scrolling through the page, they came across the reveal page of the monster I'm drawing. And one guy said like it looked like a mixture of like a xenomorph and a werewolf or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, all right, yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't think about that. That would have been easier for me to kind of come up with a character if I had just done that.
For that next monster you get to create.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool monster design that you did.
Thanks.
I have a hard time creating, like, inventing a monster because there's already so much done that's out there already.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you did a good job with that one.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just like an extra crispy werewolf. It's essentially just the body design of a like a what's it called, underworld kind of a werewolf, and then just fry up the skin. The
Yeah.
face actually was the most fun to draw because I heard the description of the monster from Leap Castle, or the apparition from Leap Castle, and it was a he described it as something with just like very flabby lips, like jowls,
Yeah.
and it just sounded super gross looking. I was like, yeah, let's draw that.
You did a good job.
Thanks.
That's one of the things I'm not looking forward to doing with Westward Darkly is monster
Oh
design,
yeah.
especially when it comes to Lovecraftian creatures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. Um, I enjoy doing the research for like trying to come up with a Lovecraftian creature because you get to just look at a bunch of weird sea life,
Yeah.
like just the most uncommon stuff that you can find, like turtles with hair, shrimps with goatees, stuff like that.
Shrimps with goatees.
Yeah.
Turtlenecks.
They're just pretentious shrimp.
They're in, what do you call them? Beatniks?
Beatnik shrimp, yeah. Beatniks were essentially just hipsters before hipsters, right?
That's right. They're the pre-hipsters.
Yeah. They were hipsters before hipsters were cool.
That's right.
Hipsters were never cool.
They never were. They tried so hard to be,
Yeah.
but looking like they weren't trying, but deep down they wanted to be.
This monster was particularly hard to draw. For some reason, I couldn't. I could have just made it up. I could have just faked my way through the anatomy, but I was like, no, I want these like sinews to be accurate. So I went through a an anatomy book, and I think it was called like the Anatomy Atlas or something like that for artists.
Yeah.
And I looked up very specifically every muscle and the direction that uh, the sinews were gonna go, and I was like, all right, it looks good. It looks perfect. Now let's cover it all up with shadow. That's what I did.
That's the way it goes.
Mm-hmm. But I know those lines are right.
That's right. It's all about the follow through, like we just talked about earlier.
That's right. Have you been able to work at all on Westward Darkly? I assume all of your time goes to lettering and working on the campaign.
Pretty much. No, I have not. But hopefully that'll get better since I think we talked about a couple of weeks ago now, I guess, making tricks and treats bi-yearly thing instead of a yearly thing.
Mm.
So then I can devote some time to Westward Darkly,
Yeah.
at least every other year. But, yep. Trying to get rid of this frayed looking dress and blouse so it looks dark,
Mm-hmm.
a little chaotic. Yeah, it's a pretty decent brush. I like working with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much was that brush?
Couldn't tell you, man. It was like
It was a while ago.
a year ago that I bought it.
Yeah, that's all right.
It couldn't have been much. I want to say it's maybe like it probably ranged between $5 and $8.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Like, yeah. I might have even gotten it in a pack of brushes to try out.
Yeah. Something I didn't realize, really, just because I'm not an inker and I don't make myself aware of such things. Inkers go through nibs like crazy.
Yeah.
Jimmy was talking about that. Like whenever he was inking Dave Finch's work, he would go through like 3 nibs a page.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess I'm just not that sensitive to the wear and tear on my nib because I think I've been using the same one for the past 3 years.
Right? Like I would have thought that you buy a pack of nibs and that lasts you like, if you're very careful, the whole thing should last you like a year, assuming of course you're working every day with these nibs.
Right.
Like a pack of 6 nibs will last you like a year or something, maybe longer if you're especially careful. I didn't know that you go through those things like crazy.
Is he snacking on them in between? No, I'm just kidding. I like Jimmy.
Maybe.
Jimmy's a good guy.
He's super nice.
Yeah. No, I messaged him after I saw the video and thanked him for
Yeah.
showing it on there because I had just messaged him like a couple of weeks prior.
Yeah.
Because I saw him on Pete's show on the chat.
Oh, was he? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't on the show. He was just in the chat.
Yeah.
And so I, in the chat room, I was like, hey, man, I've been meaning to send you some pages that I inked with your digital brushes that I have. And so he's like, yeah, cool, send it to me. I'd like to see them. So I messaged him. Like, it was probably like a week or two ago. And it was really nice. And said, yeah, that's okay. And so I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah. That's fine.
That's fine. I guess. No, he was really cool. He was like, wow, thanks for sharing that. I was like, cool, thank you. And so I had just like messaged him not too long ago.
Yeah.
So I think that's why probably the only reason he remembered my name when it came up on there.
Yeah. Now to cover all this up with black.
do. It's funny how the camera picks up the black, and so it like brightens the white to create the contrast there
Oh
in
yeah.
the image. Like I'm looking at the monitor, and it's like, wow, that's it really pushed it, the contrast up.
Yeah,
Because I can barely see the pencils on here.
that's good.
Yeah,
It's the idea.
so that's cool. See if I wonder if I block the light. Yeah, there. I see the pencils a little bit better.
Okay.
I look like Kim Jong-gi over here. Like I'm just drawing with my brush pen.
Yeah. Okay. That dude's a wizard. I don't care what anyone says. No one will convince me he's not a wizard.
It's those fish sandals that he wears. Have you seen his fish sandals?
No, I didn't know he wore fish sandals.
Yeah. You know how when you were a kid, you wore like tennis shoes with elephants and
Yeah,
like little animals on them? Okay,
sure.
well, he's got these sandals that he wears,
Mm-hmm.
and they look like his feet are in trouts. Like, like seriously. He's a grown man wearing like these weird little fish sandals.
Yeah, but he's also Kim Jong-gi, so
So
does
it's
what he
okay.
wants. It's good. Good for him. He's happy.
He's allowed to be eccentric, right?
I guess. Fish sandals. There's this guy at work we used to call mermaid shoes.
Why did you call them mermaid shoes?
I don't know.
Just cause.
So I have a friend, his name's Chris Castro. He loved, especially when we started to work there, he loved coming up with nicknames for people. Just like the weirdest nicknames. He called somebody Mushroom Man Exotica. And they were just like really, yeah, they were just like really dumb names that like they're just funny to say, like impossible to take someone seriously after you call them that.
Right.
My favorite one and he would tell people to their face, like he would just call them whatever name it was that he had come up for them. There was this one guy who worked for us, and this guy looked like he was an Elvis fan, like he had like mutton chops a little bit, and like just like this really square face. He looked a little bit like the shape of his face looked like that guy from Stranger Things, Steve.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit like that, just a little chunkier and with shorter, almost blondish hair. But this dude never smiled. Like you could be like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going on?" He's like, "What's up?" And just like a straight face, just never smiled. So
Yeah.
Chris used to call him Sad Face. he would like be working. Chris would be working at a computer, and then this guy would walk by. He's like, "What's wrong, Sad Face? Why are you sad?"
That's awesome.
And this guy would be like, "I'm not sad. I don't know what you're talking about. Just go back to work or something." But man, that's probably some of my favorite memories of working with that guy. Is that he just used to come up with these really funny names for people. Used to call our boss Accordion Pants because he he had like really longer pants than he needed, and so they would like bunch up at the bottom.
Nice.
There's some fun at work.
Sounds like it.
Hmm.
I saw a trailer the other day for Why the Last Man.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on FX.
Yeah.
I never read the book. Did you?
I read the first volume of it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I just I never collected the other ones.
Yeah. That was
It's an
Brian.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brian K. Vaughan.
Brian K. Vaughan.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm totally digging this brush.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get such nice details with it. I can get so thin a line.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know, man. Don't even know.
Dude, it would freaking blow your mind if you saw the lines I could get with this thing.
Thick to thin, like nobody's business.
I don't think anyone will ever confuse us with jocks. I think we'll be fine.
No. Until we start throwing out Dallas Cowboys stats from 1989.
That's right. You talk to me about Michael Irvin, god dang it.
Number 88. Jock Talk with nerds. Yeah, if I went to grow my channel, I probably would just start talking about Dallas Cowboys. How many followers I get?
But only talking about 1993 Dallas Cowboys.
Right. I show clips from like back when we did our back-to-back-to-back run.
That's right.
The Dallas Cowboy Dynasty.
That's the day that football stopped, is the day we stopped going to the Super Bowl.
That's right. Everything else is irrelevant. I think you were always more of a Green Bay Packer fan, though, weren't you?
I was for a while, but really it was just because of Brett Favre. I just loved to watch him play. The dude had a crazy arm. And that's really what I cared about, was the quarterback. Because like I also liked John Elway. I liked the what are they called, the Broncos, for a long time.
That's right. I remember that now. Yeah, is there any quarterback right now in the NFL that you like? That you like to watch?
Not really. I really don't watch the NFL as much as I used to. I just really don't. I don't make it a point to like set time aside to watch Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football. Do they even have Monday Night Football anymore?
Yeah, I think they do.
They do? Okay. For some reason, I thought they had stopped it, but because they're doing Sunday nights as well, aren't they? Something like that.
Yep. Sunday night, Sunday morning, Thursdays too on ESPN.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. I kind of like this brush, man.
Yeah, it's good. I think I've been. I don't know when you got me this brush, but I've been using it since you got it for me. This is the Pentel.
Yeah. The pocket brush, is that the one with the cartridges you can change out?
Yeah, that's the one.
Awesome.
Yeah, I use that one for pretty much every drawing that I'll do with ink.
Oh, Ryan Wynn says, "Hey, Sotos."
Hey. What's up, Ryan?
Why is good. It's good to have been much shorter, though. Oh, yeah, it could have been much shorter, though, yeah. Yeah, I haven't read the whole thing, so I don't.
Oh.
I don't know.
If Ryan Wynn thinks so, it's probably true.
Then it is so. He has spoken.
That's right.
Yeah, so I had not been paying attention to the chat. I've been
There's somebody here? What?
Somebody's watching us that isn't mom.
Outrageous.
I'm just a lazy reader. Notice me. You've been noticed, Ryan. You have been noticed. We apologize.
Witness me. Look at me.
And behold me.
Watch me and behold me.
With thine eyes. Sorry, Ryan, you're going to find out how weird we are.
It's pretty good, though. It's an acquired taste, but once you acquire that taste.
Your mom says hi.
Oh, that's nice.
That's sweet.
That's something Mom would do.
She wouldn't say that. That sounds like Mom.
We should probably talk about nerd stuff again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You calling Ryan a nerd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ouch. Sorry, Ryan.
But with the utmost respect for nerds.
Yeah, dude, I'm really digging this Kuretake brush.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I've only said it like 10 times now, but...
Yeah, I don't believe you.
I just want to make sure I drive that home.
Yeah. In case somebody's watching that can give you free ones.
Just in case Mr. Kuretake himself is watching or catches the replay of this.
He's watching it thinking, this guy gets it.
Send him more brushes.
He's not watching anymore. I'm sorry, Mr. Kurataki.
Oh, man. Hashtag cancel us.
Mm.
All right. Back to doodling. No more laughing. No more fun.
No more fun. It's time to draw.
Yeah, Mr. K in the house. Oh, use some my brushes some more. Do it now. Okay.
You
Don't-
uncouth dirt bag.
Oh, man. We're so lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're having fun doing it, though.
For the last time.
Mm. That was a short run we had, but what a ride.
Yes. Hello, YouTuber. Cancel the Sotos. All right. Back to drawing this dark fairy. I can say, honestly, I've never drawn fairy wings before.
Yeah. What's your approach gonna be for it? Like a mosquito wing, or more like a moth wing, or butterfly wing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Well, I certainly have a plan. You can be sure of that.
I'm gonna make lines
Mm-hmm.
and hope for the best.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. Terrible lines.
Hmm.
Terrible, terrible lines. We have a furniture store here called Aki Home, and the Japanese owner insists on doing his own voiceovers in the ads, and he sounds just like that. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll have to look him up on YouTube and see if I can find some of those commercials.
Man, those commercials on YouTube are the best. I love that. I love those weird local store commercials.
Sorry, dudes, I gotta run. I'll email the pages to you tonight, Ben. Awesome. Yeah, man. Send them my way.
Thanks for stopping by, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Ryan. Really appreciate it, man.
Ryan is off to report us to someone.
I don't blame him. We deserve it.
I mean, I was going to do it right after we got off the stream. God, somebody's going to do it. About time somebody took me down a peg.
I'm just going to report my own video once we're done streaming here.
I'm offended by this.
See you later, Ryan.
Is my channel the kind of crap that you guys allow on your platform? I don't want any part of you.
I can't believe your standards are so low. All right. I think for this guy in the back, I'm going to use a pen.
Hmm.
A little pen. Where is my cap? Oh, yeah. I'll put it in here. Cool beans. Put it away with much respect, Mr. Kurataki. I'll not dishonor you. All right.
I don't know if you remember whenever you and Jason came here, like, I don't know, must have been like 6 or 7 years ago now.
In the year 2000?
Probably. He showed us a commercial of this lady who just would throw random like purrs into her sentence. It was like a local salon.
Yeah, that was Cardi B, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think it was. Because I'm pretty sure she did a commercial recently
Yeah.
and was doing that. Like that's back before we even knew who she was.
I'm still not sure. Yeah.
I mean, at least I think it was her. I'm not sure.
Maybe that's where she got it from.
There's that possibility as well. Keep my head away from the camera there.
I am almost positive Amanda is not watching. She would have said something by now about those Japanese accents.
Is she been offended?
I'm sure. If not her, then certainly her sister.
Well, that's a good thing she's not watching.
All right.
She would have reported us.
Maybe.
Yeah, were you going to say anything else about that commercial?
No, it was just the purring. Like, that was one of my favorite commercials to see.
She just like randomly throw in like arms, like
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what?
That's the one that you do. Like say okay, like end it with an R. Like
like, what the heck is wrong with your mouth, lady?
Hey, let me see your drawing. Let me see what you're working on there. Nice. Let me blow it up. Get you full screen there. That's not it at all. All right.
Yeah, almost. One more.
Almost.
Yeah, 2 more times.
I'm gonna get it one of these days.
And man, is that going to be sweet. Yep,
No,
that's
the
not
other
it.
one.
It's the other one. You got it.
There we go.
That's pretty close. There you go.
It's better than it was before.
It certainly is.
Nice. Is he in an alley somewhere, or?
Yeah, there's going to be like a little garden next to the castle. The castle's back there.
Okay.
There's like a little like walkway fountain with an angel in the back.
Cool.
Yeah. How's yours going?
It's going.
Yep. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We got all serious and quiet now.
Oh man, we did. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about it. Sometimes you can do that though. You get in the zone and you're just like, crap, I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. So I'm on this diet and It's been a while since I've had a Coke, but I had one today,
How
and
was it?
I can't tell if it's root beer or if it's Diet Coke
Wow.
because it's very sweet, but it's not
Someone else
like
poured it for you?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I went to Sonic and I ordered it, but like
Gotcha.
I don't
You
know
don't know
if
if
they
you got the right thing or not.
exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. What's the first horror movie you remember watching as a kid?
Trying to think. I don't know. It might have been Phantasm, and maybe that's why it scared me so much and why it stuck with me
Wow,
for so
that's a
long.
doozy to start with.
Yeah, because I know. I mean, I know I've seen like a whole bunch of '80s movies, but I'm not so sure I didn't see Phantasm first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phantasm's a mind trip. If you've never seen it, it's like the people who were on drugs, so they wrote that movie and directed that movie.
Yeah.
But it's effective.
Mm-hmm.
That is, yeah, probably my favorite scary movie.
I get it. It's a good one. I think the first one I ever saw, at least part of, was It. It was the first memory I have of seeing a scary movie.
Yeah, that's another one that's a doozy to start off horror movies with.
Yeah.
I remember you were not a fan of clowns after seeing that movie.
No. I don't know of anyone. I've never met anyone who loves clowns, even if they haven't seen that movie. Never asked somebody, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" Like, dude, I am gonna go to a clown show.
Going to a clown convention,
Yeah.
be surrounded by clowns all weekend.
I don't know if you've ever watched clowns hang out, but they I'm dead laughing all the time, bro. Mess me up. Um, yeah, just a creepy idea. Someone with a painted, happy expression. No matter what they do, they're always smiling.
Yeah, it is a little creepy.
Um, what made it worse for me was that they wear like a bald cap. I don't know why that makes it worse for me, but it does. Like,
Interesting.
allow them some dignity. They can have a full head of hair. Afro wigs are okay. Like, yeah, that's fine. If they have like a big poof ball of purple hair, orange hair, that's okay. I don't mind that. I find it creepier when they're bald. Probably just follicle prejudice or something.
Very good. Just gives them something else to be jealous of you about and want to kill
That's
you
right.
for.
they just want to take your hair and wear it. Oh my god, that would destroy children. There's a killer clown out there, but here's the thing. He just wants you for your hair. You're gonna have a bunch of kids like the next morning just with shaved heads.
Shaved heads, yeah.
You can't get me now. I know you said you had seen what's it called? The Ritual.
Yeah.
And you like that movie, right?
Yeah, I did.
What do you think made that movie successful for you?
I mean, the storytelling,
Mhm.
for one, and I mean, also the monster design was different. It was unique.
Yeah.
Which is, like I said earlier, that's really hard to do nowadays because there's so many monsters already designed out there.
Mm-hmm.
What about for you?
I agree with you. I think the storytelling was really well done. It's one of those movies that it doesn't like jump out and scare you. It's not like a jump scare movie. It's a slow burn. Like, we've got to set this up. It's like telling a good joke. It's it's not just like trying to get out a stupid quick laugh. It's about like, I got to build up this whole story and then give you the punchline, and that punchline is going to make this whole trip worth it. And when you do that with a horror movie, you build up the characters and make them believable and real, and you feel they're lost. They're not perfect characters. They have all these flaws, but they're trying. You want them to try. You want them to win. And then you have something, like a monster come up and kind of symbolize almost their inner torment or something like that. And it just pays off really well, story-wise. So for me, that's what I really enjoyed about that movie. It was very well done, very well paced. And like you said, monster design weirded me out. It did a good job of weirding me out.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of those movies where you get a hero who's not a hero at the beginning. He's like a coward.
Yeah.
And really, he's not really a hero at the end so much as a survivor. Because the thing with horror, you're either really you're just trying to survive a horror movie.
Exactly.
But it took bravery for him to get to that point where he could survive.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't submit to the creature; he just ran.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then you get to see his internal torment, where he started off with his friend passing away
Yeah.
because of him, because of his cowardice. He didn't do anything to help him.
Right.
And you kind of see him resolve that in the movie. So there's that sense of resolution for him, anyways.
Mhm.
No, you don't kill the monster and or anything
No.
like that. But
I don't think you
Yeah.
can, right?
yeah, but again, in a movie like that, it's more about survival.
Exactly. And that's another thing is like a lot of, I think current movies are about trying to resolve the monster and kill the monster so now everyone's safe. And that's not really what horror movies necessarily need to be about. It's about your main character becoming someone different. The way that I look at it is someone always dies in a horror movie, even if it's just the person that the main character used to be. There's
Right.
always death and transformation. I think that movie did that really well.
Definitely.
Would you say that movie is cosmic horror?
It's a good question. So first, let's define cosmic horror.
No. Okay.
For people who might not know what cosmic horror is.
Sure. I mean, I'm not even entirely sure, to be honest. It's a tricky subject. Okay.
Well, I think what it comes down to is coming, I don't say face to face with something, but maybe just being at the mercy of something that is larger than you, something that's cosmic.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not necessarily evil or out to get you, but you could be collateral damage in its wake of just existing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Because it's at that cosmic level, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's a good... that's a better interpretation of it than I think I could give, yeah.
So, like, I don't know. Call of Cthulhu. Why is that cosmic horror?
I think you're right. It's cosmic horror because there's an indifferent or kind of ambivalent deity that could consume the world and doesn't necessarily have any malice towards the world, but certainly doesn't, want to protect it either. It's just sort of, it's almost like nihilism, I guess. Like you don't,
Yeah, it is.
it's putting humanity in a sort of like, you don't matter. You're essentially an insect to this thing. You are the trash, and it will take out the trash and it will not give it a second thought because you don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, and so whenever I think of like the ritual, there's that creature in the woods. And so in that sense, maybe it is cosmic horror. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not sure if you can kill it. I mean,
yeah.
Can you wound it? I don't know.
I would consider it cosmic horror for those reasons. It's this thing. I mean, it's in a sense, it is out to get you. I mean, it needs to eat stuff, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
But it's not really. It doesn't put emotion behind it. It doesn't have hatred or malice or any engine behind it other than an animal eating.
Right.
the cat is cosmic horror to the canary.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it had that somewhat Lovecraftian element of causing madness because it would mess with their heads, like the dreams they would have,
Yeah.
and the just they weren't acting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one guy when they're in the house and they wake up.
Oh, yeah, that was a cool scene.
That was a creepy scene. That's like the first real scene in that movie that kind of creeped me out.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, there's that element to it as well. So I've switched to my Pentel brush, but this is a regular brush. This is not a pucker brush.
Okay.
And I forgot what it's called. It has a different name to it. And apparently it's used for drawing faces.
Face brush.
Yeah, and I think it does have like a Japanese name for like face brush or something like that.
Face-a-do.
Face-a-do. Probably The Endless is one of the better cosmic horror movies I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good movie.
They're all at the mercy of this creature that wants to be entertained by them. And I think that makes it even creepier is that he just wants to be entertained.
Yeah. He's just bored.
Yeah.
It's the kid with a magnifying glass.
Yep. What about you? You seen any movies you would consider cosmic horror?
Ooh. Not lately. It's been actually a while since I watched a horror movie. The last time I watched a horror movie was like last year, whenever I was drawing um, the third issue of Tricks and Treats. And even then, I was watching like horror, like cheesy horror movies. I watched one called Puppet Master.
Oh, nice.
I watched. I don't remember anymore. It was really real bad movies. But that's fine. It was fun.
Those are fun to watch, though.
Yeah.
Like when you know you're going into a movie, you know it's gonna be bad. Like you're not there to take it seriously. You're just there to enjoy.
Yeah.
Like the fun of it. It's like the Halloween sequels. Like you know they're not gonna be great. You just they're entertaining though.
Mm-hmm.
Like Season of the Witch. I love that movie.
I've never seen that movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you should watch it. Put it on your list for this year.
All right.
And then we can talk about it. It's been probably about 15 years since I've seen it. So I probably won't remember it so vividly like you will when you watch it. But yeah. That was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I remember watching and wondering, like, where's Michael? Where's Michael Myers?
That's actually part of the reason I never watched it, because I heard like it doesn't even have, like, it's not connected to anything.
Right. Yeah, I guess originally the intent of Halloween was for it to be an anthology.
Oh.
Kind of like what we're doing with Tricks and Treats.
Yeah.
But the Michael Myers character was just so popular, they just made it about him after that.
Mm-hmm.
But Season of the Witch is pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like it for that reason. It doesn't have Michael Myers in it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Yeah.
I
like what you like.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it. Do you have any idea what it's about?
No, I don't.
So basically, and again, it's been years since I've seen it. There's like some a cult or something, like a witch group or whatever, and they are. I want to say it has to do with Halloween masks that kids wear.
Yeah.
Something within the production of those masks, because they're like some kind of corporate factory, and they curse the mask, and the kids that are wearing them end up becoming cursed, and like zombies and like bugs come out of their face. That was like such a cool visual.
Yeah.
But
nice.
But yeah. And there's like a cop that's trying to stop them, an investigator.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's like him basically against like this huge corporation. Fun movie. I think
they play that song "Season of the Witch" in there.
Probably do. Again,
I'm sold.
Like 15 years since I've seen that movie.
Yeah. So far, I've used 3 tools. If we're keeping track, the pencil, the blue pen you got me that one time, and the pencil you got me.
The blue pen. Which blue pen?
Yeah, it's a zebra, I think. Or no, it's not the zebra. This is the other one. No, it is a zebra.
Oh yeah,
This
yeah,
one?
that, yeah, nib pen. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that
So
pen.
they were pretty fun. They got nice control on them. That's what I liked about them. They're a little more rigid.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite movies that I saw last year. That was a terrible, terrible movie that I highly recommend. Is called Ginger Dead Man.
Ginger did, man.
That's right.
That already sounds good.
Wait till you hear the cast. I don't even have to tell you the whole cast because I don't remember the
Is
whole
Casper
cast.
Van Dien in this?
It's not Casper Van Dien. It's better than Casper Van Dien.
Is it Christopher Lambert?
It's not Christopher. It's better than Christopher Lambert. It is Gary Busey.
Oh. Yeah, that's a winning combination right there.
Listen, if you've never seen oh my god, Gary Busey do some voiceover work for a killer gingerbread man who's modeled to look a little like him.
That already sounds good.
Are missing out, my friend. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Can only imagine.
Yeah.
Because I'll never watch it.
Good for you. It's yeah, it's as good as it sounds.
That sounds delightful.
The premise of it is basically there's this diner owned by a family that gets held up by a madman. I don't have to tell you who plays the madman. And while he's holding up the place, cops show up. There's a big shootout. He gets killed, and his blood makes it into the gingerbread cookies that the lady was making in the diner. Whatever. Like, it makes its way into the mix.
Okay.
Right?
All right. I'm with you so far.
That's kind of it. She bakes the cookies like a year later, somehow still making cookies with the year-old gingerbread mix.
With blood?
And yeah, that has blood in it. And when she bakes it, I don't even think it's a magical stove. I don't know what she bakes it in, but somehow when the gingerbread man, the giant gingerbread man gets made for Christmas or whatever, it comes out looking like Gary Busey. And like Chucky, it just runs around wielding impossible strength, strength enough with leverage enough to hold up like a knife, a gun, drive a car somehow, and some crazy how kills like 50 people that just can't overpower. They can't overpower a cookie of Gary Busey. Are you crazy? Oh my god!
The glass of
And
milk. That's all it
yeah.
would have taken.
I think that's how they kill it, to be honest with you.
Sounds about right.
I think they just douse it with milk and he starts like falling apart. And that's the end of part 1 of Ginger Dead Man.
Because there's part 2, right?
There's at least like 3 of them, I think.
Gosh.
I don't know.
Of course there is. Gary's got to work.
Yeah, Gary's got mouths to feed.
Busey's got bills to pay.
Gary Busey.
Dude is so nuts.
I wonder if it was his idea in Lethal Weapon where he grabs the lighter and holds it up to, his own arm or whatever.
Maybe.
Because he's crazy, dude. I wouldn't doubt it if he was just doing that off camera and they were like, let's put that on film. The Ginger Dead Man. So I guess the company that made it is kind of like Hammer, where they just made like a bunch of movies of movie monsters or whatever.
Yeah.
And they did this other one called Evil Bong.
Bong?
Bong, as in weed. Yeah.
Of course.
And yeah. And in that one, you get to see all the movie characters, I guess, that have been in various productions of that company.
Yeah.
The Ginger Dead Man was one of them. And that's how I pieced it together. Like, wait a minute. Have all of these terrible movies I've been watching, and I watched a lot, been with one
production company?
One production company. And I looked it up, and sure enough, yeah, I don't even remember the name of the production company anymore, but like, yeah, that's all one group of people.
That's awesome. They're making their dreams come true.
We should get better dreams. That's all I'm saying. Their dream was to work with Gary Busey.
Yeah.
So, are you able to sketch or start sketching any earlier than 4:00, or is this kind of the best time for you?
How early?
No, I'm just curious. Like any earlier, or is this, like I said, just kind of the ideal time?
It's an ideal time, but I mean, if we need to do it early, we can.
Okay. Well, I'm just curious because like these are taking me about 3 hours to do, and I don't want to put you out too late, you know.
Yeah. I guess it's already be 7. I didn't realize it's already been on for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we've been on for a while. And I'm not too terribly far from being done, but, you know, I'm about 30, 45 minutes away. But
Gotcha. Yeah, and I don't want you to feel like you have to finish it on
Yeah.
camera. This is just a way for us to hang out and
Yeah.
yeah. No, I don't want you to like feel like rushed or anything. I want you to go take your time, doing a good job. Do what you gotta do.
I guess I get jealous of David Finch because he does like these masterpieces in like hour 45.
Yeah. Like a jerk.
Yeah. Who does he think he is? Cut it
To
out.
show off.
I guess we can take this time to again mention why we're doing these. I'll let you do it because last time it just cut me off, and I'll never be professional again.
And yeah, so these are commissions for our campaign backers. If you back Tricks and Treats Volume 1 on Indiegogo, we have a couple of tiers where sketches are available. You can either select the sketch tier where you get the book and a sketch from either Justin or I, or you can get the trick or treat bag and get a sketch from both of us.
It's an incredible deal.
It is a good deal. We did make that the featured perk, like you suggested the other night.
I saw that. Looks good.
I think it is a good deal.
Mm-hmm. And we can't say this enough, but thank you again to our very generous backers.
Yes. Couldn't do without you. Especially not without all your retweets and shares. That's really appreciated.
Especially that. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for supporting it in any way that you can, even if you feel like that's all you can do is just retweet it, share it, pressure your friends into doing it, whatever.
Tell them they're not cool if they don't do it, even if you don't do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Love you guys.
All right. Well, I think we're just gonna call it here pretty soon because it's getting late.
Yep. And I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. All right. You want to show off your drawing before we go?
Yeah. I'll show what I got so far. I'll probably finish this off later tonight, and then we'll start a different one next week.
Cool. All right. Let me. Wonder if. Here we go.
Whoa.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
Nice. Like all the texture
Mm-hmm.
on that wall. It's crazy. Crazy good.
Thanks, bud.
All right. And then I'll show mine.
Nice. It's looking good.
Thanks.
I like those trees. They came out really nice.
Thank you. I'm trying to make it look like the dark forest that she had asked for.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna use some wash over here in the background,
Mm-hmm.
and so it'll get light to dark out here.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep, that's what I got. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll be streaming again next week. Until then, have a good week.
See you guys later.